Good morning, Junior Soccer family across the globe. How are you feeling this morning? It is your newest bay, Olu Ebube. Going forward, I'll be here to keep you posted with football in entirety. We'll gossip, we'll talk transfer deals, we'll talk match highlights, who owns your favorite football club, we'll compare clubs and players, example, your Messi versus Cristiano Ronaldo, Ajax versus Chelsea, and we also wish your favorite footballers a happy birthday every morning. So stay tuned and remember to tell your friends about this new bay of yours. So thank you and you're welcome. Today let's talk about match highlights of the English Premier League matchday 36. We have Newcastle versus Manchester City at 3-4, Burnley versus Leeds United 0-4, Southampton versus Fulham 3-1, Brighton versus West Ham 1-1, and upcoming matches we have for today: Crystal Palace versus Aston Villa 12 noon today. We have Tottenham versus Wolves 2:05 p.m. We have West Brom United versus Liverpool at 4:30 p.m. Everton versus Sheffield United at 7 p.m. today. It is good to have you back on the show. Today we have Newcastle versus Manchester City at 3-4, and for the full statistics of the match, Emil Kraft, this score at 25 minutes, Joe Linton 45 plus 6 minutes via BK, and Joe Willock scored at 62 minutes. This is from the Newcastle side of the game. And from the Manchester City, Cancelo did score at 39 minutes, Ferran Torres 42 minutes, 64 minutes, and 66 minutes. He was on fire on that game. He had a hat-trick for that game. And for the other stats of the game, we have 10 shots from the Newcastle, 15 shots from the Manchester City, 5 shots on target from the Newcastle, and 6 shots on target from the Manchester City. And for the ball possession, Newcastle had 17% ball possession, while Manchester City 83% ball possession. And passes completed, Manchester City, we are just close to the making a 1,000 mark of passes completed. They had 925 passes, and Newcastle had just 195 passes. And for pass accuracy, Newcastle has 67% pass accuracy, while Manchester City had 94% pass accuracy. And let's talk about fouls. Manchester City had 10 fouls committed, Newcastle had 11 fouls committed. And for the red cards, we have 2 red cards. For the red card, we have no red card on the game. Yellow card, we have 2 for the clubs, upsides nil. And for the corners, Manchester City beat Newcastle with 5-4 corners. Let's talk about the insights of the game. Manchester City won their last 12 away league matches, the longest ever away winning run by a team in the top 4 tiers of the English League football since the formation of the Football League in 1888. And winning the game against Newcastle, that was their 23rd consecutive unbeaten away match in all competitions, the longest ever unbeaten away run by a side in the top 4 tiers of the English football, overtaking Notts County run of 22 in 2012. And actually, this 23rd consecutive unbeaten away match, they won 21 of them and drew 2 of them. That's for the Manchester City versus Newcastle. So we'll move over to Burnley versus Leeds United. Burnley versus Leeds United did end up in a 0-4, meaning that Leeds United won by 4 goals. And for the stats of the match, Leeds United shot 16 times and Burnley shot 16 times. The game head-to-head. And shots on target for the teams, Leeds United had 6 shots on target, while Burnley had 4 shots on target. For the ball possession, they actually did come a bit closer to each other because Burnley had 48% of the ball possession, while Leeds United have 52% of the ball possession. Passes completed, we have Burnley 418 passes and Leeds United 440 passes. On pass accuracy, the two teams had 76% pass accuracy. Fouls committed, they have 10 fouls committed. Yellow cards 1-1, red card 0. Offsides, Burnley had 2 offsides while Leeds United had 6 offsides. For the corners, we have 6 corners taken from the Burnley and Leeds United took 8 corners. For the match insights, Leeds United completed their first league dub over Burnley since the 2011/2012 championship campaign, as well as winning 4 in a row against the Clares for the first time ever in the top flights. Burnley are without a win in their last 9 home Premier League games. They drew 5 times and they lost 4 times. Wow! Their longest ever run without a victory on home soil in the top flights. And also Leeds United have scored 13 goals from outside the box in the Premier League this season, more than any other side in the Premier League. So that is for the Burnley versus Leeds United. Moving forward, we have Southampton versus Fulham. Southampton won Fulham via 3-1 goals. And for the stats, we have Southampton with 11 shots and Fulham 10. For the shots on target, we have 7 and Fulham just 3. For possession, we have Fulham beating Southampton with 54% to 46%. Passes completed, we have 470 passes from the Southampton side and 547 passes from the Fulham side. And then pass accuracy, we have the two teams drew with 86% pass accuracy. Fouls, we have 9 fouls from Southampton, we have 15 fouls from Fulham. Yellow cards 0 for Southampton and 1 for Fulham. Red cards, no red card. And offside, we have 3 offside from Southampton and 1 offside from Fulham. For the corners, we have 6 corners from Southampton and 5 corners from Fulham. So for the insight of the game, Southampton have netted 3+ goals in consecutive Premier League games for the first time since December 18. Actually, the goals came from Arsenal and Liverpool. Fulham have already registered 1 win in 31 league visits to Southampton. They drew 8 times and lost 22 times, and are winless in top 10 flights visit to the Saints. They actually drew 4 times and lost 6 times in the top visits they met with Fulham. Southampton have gone unbeaten in each of the last 4 home Premier League games. They won 3 times and they drew once, their longest such run in the competition since December 2018. And for Brighton versus West Ham, the two teams drew. They have 1-1 goals. For the shots on target, we have West Ham having 3 of the 15 shots on target, and Brighton had 2 of the 10 shots they gave out that day on target. Ball possession, we have 52% ball possession from Brighton and 48% from West Ham. Passes completed, we have 585 passes completed, and West Ham 539 passes. Pass accuracy, the two teams drew with 85% each. Fouls committed, we have 7 fouls from the Brighton side and 5 fouls from the West Ham side. 1 yellow card on the Brighton, 0 for the West Ham. No red cards. Offside, we have just 2 offside from West Ham, and corners they drew with 3 corners. So that's for the games played, and then we'll move over to the upcoming matches in a second. like we said earlier, we'll have Crystal Palace versus Aston Villa today by 12 noon. Tottenham versus Wolves by 2:5 p.m. today. West Brom versus Liverpool at 4:30 p.m. today. And Everton versus Sheffield United at 7 p.m. today. For the Everton game, Everton are looking to complete their first league double over Sheffield United since the 1972-1973 campaign. Sheffield United have won 4 of the last 6 away league games against Everton, including a 2-0 victory in this exact fixture last season. Everton have won their last 2 league games against Sheffield United, as many as they had in their previous 12 against the Blades. They drew 4 times and they lost 6 times. Since the Premier League resumed in June last season, Sheffield United have collected just 6 points from a possible 69 in away Premier League matches, meaning they won once, drew 3 times and lost 19 times, losing their last 7 games on the road by an aggregate score of 17-1 since beating Manchester United 2-1 at the Old Trafford in January. Everton have lost 8 home league matches this season, only losing 9 in 4 seasons in their entire history of 1912/1913 season, 1947-1948 season, 1950-1951 season, and 1993-1994 season. Moving over to the Aston Villa Crystal Palace match, Aston Villa are looking to complete their first double over Crystal Palace since the 1980/81 season, when the Villas last won the top flight title. Crystal Palace have only conceded 5 goals in their last 15 home league games against Aston Villa, and never more than once in a game in this run. Indeed, the last time the Villains scored more than once in an away league game against the Eagles was in December 1968, a 2-4 defeat in the second tier. Crystal Palace have lost just 1 of their last 12 home league games against Aston Villa. They won 6 of the matches and drew 5 times, going down 0-1 in December 2014. Aston Villa have won 2 of their 4 Premier League games in London this season. They drew once and lost once, winning 3-0 away at both Fulham and Arsenal. They last won more top flight games in the capital in a single campaign back in 2008. Crystal Palace have scored just 2 times in their last 6 home Premier League matches. They won once, drew twice and lost 3 times, with the Eagles scoring the fewest home goals in division since the start of the last season, among the 17 teams to feature in both seasons. Moving over to West Brom versus Liverpool, 6 of the last 8 Premier League encounters between West Brom and Liverpool have ended as a draw, with Liverpool winning the other 2 during the 2016-17 season. Since losing 3 in a row between April 2012 and February 2013, Liverpool are unbeaten in 11 Premier League matches against West Brom. They won 4 times and drew 7 times. West Brom Albion have lost their last 17 top flight home games matches against the reigning champions by an aggregate score of 44-9. Their last win at the Hot Towns over the reigning champions was in 1980 against Liverpool. Wow, I was nowhere found on earth at that time. In reverse feature at Anfield, West Brom completed just 1-2-1 passes, 23 fewer than Liverpool midfielder Jordan Henderson managed on his own. Liverpool have only won one of their 5 Premier League matches against the 3 newly promoted teams this season. They drew 3 times and lost once. Should they fail to win this game, it will be the first time since 1980 they've only registered 1 win against newly promoted teams in a season. With that, Liverpool team also the last reigning champion to win only 1 game against newly promoted teams in a top flight season. Let's move over to Tottenham Hotspur versus the Wolves. Tottenham Hotspur have lost 3 of their 6 home Premier League games against Wolves, only losing a higher percentage of the home games against Nottingham Forest in the competition. Wolves have won their last 2 away Premier League matches against the Spurs and have won 3 there in total. They are joint most of the road against an opponent in the competition, along with the West Ham United. Spurs have lost 11 Premier League matches this season, many as they lost in 2019-2020 season. 5 of those defeats have been by 2+ goals, their most in a season since 2014. Wolves have won 3 of the last 5 Premier League matches. They drew once and lost once, as many as they managed in their previous 17 such games, winning 3 games, losing 8 and drawing 6. Spurs haven't lost any of the last 19 home Premier League matches against teams starting the day in the bottom half of the league. They won 15 times and drew 4 times, since losing 1-0 to Newcastle United back in August 2019. So that's all for the English Premier League highlights of upcoming matches and previous matches. So now let's move on to the table. We have Manchester City at 83 points, Manchester United at 70 points, Leicester City at 66 points, Chelsea at 64 points, Liverpool at 60 points. These clubs, they have the 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th and 5th position in the league respectively. And we have for the 6th position West Ham with 59 points, Tottenham 7th with 56 points, Everton 8th with 56 points, Arsenal is on the 9th with 55 points, Leeds United 53 points. 11th position is Aston Villa with 49 points, Wolves is 12th position with 45 points, Southampton 13 with 43 points, Crystal Palace 14 with 41 points, Burnley 15 with 39 points, Newcastle 16th with 39 points, 17 is Brighton with 38 points. And on the relegation zone, we have Fulham, West Brom and Sheffield United. Fulham 27 points, West Brom 26 points and Sheffield United 17 points. Okay, so thank you all for being part of today's show. See you some other time. Happy Sunday. Make sure you go to church and make sure you don't sleep at church. Thanks a lot. You're welcome.